Hey guys, Friday. What's happening? Well, you know, same old, same old, same old. Government is a gigantic witch hunt because the little babies lost. I hear Trump is under investigation now for not opening a door for a woman. Or no, he had a hangnail. No, he's under investigation because he wiped his ass right to left when he was 13. No. Yeah, I don't know. It's always something. What are we looking at today? Well, I decided, since, you know, it's got blog radio tonight. Of course, you'll have already seen or heard the blog radio. I'm going to take a look at this, the Rumpkin from Avery Brewing. This has been, I have already looked at one of these. This was from bottled September of 2015. It was 18% then, and it's an aged one. I wanted to see what it was like after it had some aging on it. I know it was pretty impressive originally. You know, I haven't used it lately. I'm gonna go with the dog tag. Yeah, that autofocus is awesome. Yeah. Rumpkin. As you can see, without getting yelled at for I don't grow up. Without blocking the girl. That's a little something for Ammo Head. I got the scope from Bushnell. That is basically the same scope that I originally had on the JP, and then moved to the Mosin. The only difference is that just has your standard bullet drop compensation reticle in it. Wow, it's pretty lively. For as much alcohol as it has.
When do you want to make the chicken, hon?
And when do I want to make the chicken?
Sorry.
When do you want to choke the chicken? I'll fire up the grill as soon as I'm done with this. You know, give me like 10 minutes.
Are you doing your gun video?
No.
Brew review?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Again, originally it smelled very rummy, and now it's like that same thing I keep saying. If you take a high alcohol content beer and let it age, it just gets this the malts just like transform into. Anybody that's done it knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I know it sucks to have to sit and wait, but it's just like all that alcohol starts breaking everything down, and it just changes it all for the better. If it wasn't so, you know, it's so hard to get a hold of a Dogfish Head 120 in the first place, let alone, you know, try to get a few of them and then sit on them for over a year. I've got the one down here that Steve says, oh, they just keep getting better, and I'm just like, oh man, I almost did that one today. Almost. So, cheers. Oof. I can guarantee you that's all of 18%. Let's get on some comments too. The last comment from yesterday still stands, and that was JLN 370. My friend, I did mosey on. I didn't really go looking too hard for this, but there it is. the Ruger SR 1911 in 10 millimeter. All I have to say is I will definitely, I don't know what the price is. I'm gonna have to figure that out and take a look. I don't really like the idea of selling a gun to buy a gun, but you guys know how much I love my 10 millimeter round, and then to take it one step farther, you know that my personal favorite firearm in the pistol is a 1911. I mean, I already have one chambered in 10 millimeter, and I absolutely love that gun. So, yeah. So, thank you for telling me about that. That's awesome. The SR line, is just hands down awesome pistols. I mean, I know you can be like some stuck-up asshole that I know and go out and get a Nighthawk Customs or something like that, but you'll have a hard time finding something wrong with the SR series. Mine, of course, I've got the aftermarket magwell on it, and I think that comes from Hogue. Then I had these were the first ever Punisher grips from Jason at Loke. And I also have the Heine. I have the Heine custom straight 8s on it with the Trigicon vials, and it's set up so that you can pretty much rack this on anything from your belt to the side of a table, or it even will grab your pants. So awesome guns. So again, just quickly, I think this is the ERS. This is a 3.5 to 21. I prefer the Horus reticle system in it, but it really bumps the price up. But it was nice enough for them to send me this. This scope, granted, I'm just throwing this out there, is $1,900 on Midway USA. Now that's fucking crazy. If I really wanted to go buy this, I would not spend $1,900 at Midway USA. You can probably find this, approaching the $1,000 mark, which I think is pretty nice. That Bushnell upgraded me and gave me this, and then I put the Burris Extreme scope rings on it. Put the John Huber's calling in tonight. Put the Extreme Burris scope rings on it, and of course went with the Vortex level. And in case you are ever going to put a level on your scope, always and it may not make sense, but it works the best, is always make sure you put your level on your non-dominant eye. And I made a major modification to this. I call this the Blue Thunder 40 adapter. Blue Thunder 40 adapter. So when my little Jerry goes out to do some shooting, we got the Jerry adapter right here. Oops, my adapter came off. I have to work on a better mount setup on here, but yeah, it's just goes something like that. Goes right there. Pull this like this, and yeah, you got another possible 4. Oh, anybody that was at the shoot last year, my friend and neighbor Miles, in the event that Miles is shooting, you simply go like this, and you mount this right here, and now this is all set up just for Miles. So, yeah. Yeah, that's how that works. Like right here, that's the Miles adapter, and right there, that is the Jerry Blue Thunder 40 adapter right there. It's all set up for Jerry.
Picking on my Jerry.
But think about it. Look at how fast this changes over. Look at, boom! Now it's the Miles adapter.
Name and address.
Okay.
It's magnet. Don't do that.
The Miles adapter.
Annoying. Don't forget to send that information in.
Yeah, he's already gone for the day. I told him I'd leave it on his voicemail so he could take care of it.
Okay.
She came down here earlier and she goes, "Why is that chick's pants at her ankles?" I said she's getting ready for cockpit re-entry. Okay. Ba-doom-boom. Moving on. One more thing for show and tell. Okay. I do appreciate your guys' feedback. Now, I'm not saying that no matter what your feedback is, I'm going to ignore it and go in a different direction. But I'm going to tilt the scales a little bit by telling you that I have a serious conflict of interest right now. You saw the SKS yesterday, and I still have it all together. I took some healthy side work, and I'm basically going to be gone all weekend, and after work probably all next week. So brew reviews to come, maybe. But it does pay for a scope that I got authorization to buy, and then immediately did that. Okay, so yesterday you saw the SKS, and the SKS had my Luth AR MB3 adjustable stock. Kick-ass stock. These things, I've been asked multiple times about the durability, and they are freaking awesome. I mean, I would put this on my JP. As a matter of fact, I think this is a lot more reliable than the Magpul UBR that I have on it right now. Not to mention, it's got a little Picatinny rail, so you could put a little bipod or monopod on here for when you're bench shooting. But yesterday, you saw this on the SKS. Now, right now, it's on Project Overkill, which kind of goes back to why Project Overkill is Project Overkill, because it's a very expensive stock on a very expensive 22 long rifle. But just go with it for a second. You remember, if you have to, go back and look at yesterday's brewer review and look at the SKS with the Luth AR stock on it. I'll give you a moment. Now, I got a package in the mail today from Alicia at Odinworks, and evidently, because you can't even purchase it right now, it is by order only. They're taking orders for it, and that is the new Zulu multi-adjustable stock. And I realize I'm pushing it by saying too much, because I've already said, I just think that this is an awesome stock, and it so fits the SKS. You can adjust it this way. You can adjust it this way. You can adjust it up and down. If you don't like the way it sits in your shoulder, I think you can even move it. I'm not sure if you can move it to the side like you can the Luth, but it has a really nice, feels like a gel pack. So it comes with the buffer tube, obviously, because it's kind of specific. I'm not sure. I don't think. No, you wouldn't. You would not be able to use it with a traditional buffer tube. But it comes with the high density foam over it, the buffer tube, and it's shipped with an end plate with a QD mount on it, or just like that. And I just wanted to see it on here, and I honestly think that this finishes the look of the SKS even better than the Luth AR. And the scope will be here on Sunday. I think it probably won't be until next Tuesday or Wednesday for the mount that I ordered. But tell me what you guys think. The Zulu stock from Odinworks. QD mount, left and right. You know, that's one thing, even with the Luth AR, it comes with the spot where you can put this in there, but this is an additional cost to buy this. I just, that, and granted, it's only a 7.62 by 39. It's not like it's going to kick like a mule, but this, the Limb Saver, I don't know if that's a trademark name or what, but it's definitely going to add something for comfort for a 7.62 by 39 that the Luth one is not going to offer, because that does not have any padding at all on it. It's simply plastic. I think you might be able to order a pad similar to like you would have for your Magpul stock, but I know Melania is still naked. She'll get it back. So that's the question I have for you. If you were me, would you stick with the Luth AR, or would you go with the Zulu? I just think that looks badass. I think it really looks badass, and I have to look at some of this. I tell you, Odinworks. Again, I cannot say enough good stuff about Alicia at Odinworks. She is awesome. So, all of that, 18 minutes to get to the first comment. Ben N. first. Bulwark, 1911. I am sick and tired of innocent people dying. Every single violent crime should end like this video. Breitbart. Oh, yeah. Suspect draws gun, gets shot multiple times in store where everyone was armed. That's exactly how it should go down. Hefty six, and I hate to sound like a terrible person, but in the case, if you decide that the money in that person's till, the wallet in that person's pocket, the watch on that person's arm is so worth being a criminal, that you should know that that is punishable by immediate death. Me and Christine just had this conversation, and I realized that it's a difficult one, and I actually want to address this tonight. I should be writing this shit down. Otherwise, I always forget. No, because John would just freak out just to see this in the first place, because of I don't do I do want to talk about it, and I don't want to forget about it. Christine asked me how I would deal with shooting and killing somebody. And I said, why? Because I got mad? Because they cut me off in traffic? Or that bitch hit my cart while I was looking at avocados? And she goes, come on, be serious. And I'm like, so, okay, let me, so you're saying right now, somebody kicks in our front door, knives or guns in their hand, and they're now coming into our house. And I either reach for the gun alongside me or reach for the gun on my side, and I put one in the head and one in the heart, and I drop the son of a bitch and he dies right there at the front door. How do I feel about that? I said, I will fucking sleep like a baby tonight. I realize that's easier to say, but I just being honest and exploring how I would... I did not take an innocent man's life. That fucker was coming through my door to do harm to me. He had a gun or a knife. He had a weapon out. I'm going to drop your fucking ass, and I am not going to lose an ounce of sleep tonight. Now, having said that, let's change the scenario up and say that you are like Mario Mosen, and you want to pay back America for giving you a home and citizenship, which he's legal, snowflakes, and you want to give back to America, so you join the services, and you go to serve our country, and our country said you aim the gun at that guy and you shoot as many of them as possible. You know, I guess, you know, if I was signing up, I should understand that that's the problem. You know, that's like, say, taking a job mowing lawns. No hurt feelings, Mario. Taking a job mowing lawn and you can't stand the smell of grass and you have allergy problems and you hate being out in the sun. Well, why the fuck did you take that job? So you probably, but having said that, you know, with everything that we do for this man, you know that people, men and women that are willing to die for our country, that come home having gone through all this hellacious shit, have problems dealing with it. And it brings up a completely different scenario. So I would like to talk about that on Blog Radio tonight. That is my goal, as long as I remember to bring that piece of paper up. Speaking of that, before I lose too many people, if anybody's interested, my man Travis has a, I'm not even sure if this one has ever been used. He had a problem with one and it went back, and they sent him a brand new Vortex Spitfire 3X Prism, and it has a high and a low mount, both in the set. That sells for $350 or more. He's looking for $250, and I believe this is a new in a box item. I can try to find that out and let you know. But if anyone's interested, either, you know, if you don't know how to get a hold of Travis, otherwise get a hold of me and I'll let you know. The pros and the cons is the Prism, the Spitfire has etched glass, and so and when it's illuminated, it's all on the glass. It has very good glass in it. It's a very nice optics. The downside is when you start talking about good glass, like this scope and this scope are relatively the same size, and that one probably weighs twice as much. Good high-end glass is usually fairly heavy, and the Prism, or the Spitfire is a little bit heavier. It's definitely heavier than the one that I have from Vortex. So if someone's interested, though, new in the I believe it's new in the box for $100 less than brand new. Let me know. Heffy 67 third, one of the benefits of working the night shift. Foo Master 212, I know that dude. Meal Team, present. Zeus, body armor and ammunition for $1,000, Bob. That's good money. Foolmaster 212. Now with a name like Beaver Liquors, it can't be bad. Is this giving plenty of material for everybody? I mean, I'm trying not to block her ass. Mule Team, whiskey. Mule Team, SKS brakes are right hand. Yeah, that's what I think that's kind of weird. It's the same thread, but a right hand instead of a left hand. And, yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I mean, you know, Steve, you probably have this shit all done and memorized, but I don't even know what this baby actually. Looks like a 20-inch barrel. So I have plenty of material. Granted, you know, scoped. I want this to be more of a long-range fun gun. So yeah, come on. There's 20 inches there. There isn't anything that I could possibly screw up that can't be done again. I mean, if I have to, I'll just cut the threads off. I mean, I'm already considering, you know, if I decided to say forego everything and whatever, you know, you can go all the way back to the rim, where the rim, that's what she said, where the whole assembly stopped. You know, then you're only losing about 3.5 or 4 inches of barrel, and then you get rid of that. You know, why does that step down right there? But I'm gonna thread it. I'm gonna thread it myself and go with the other hammer head brake. Yeah, I'm still thinking on that whiskey thing, Steve. We're probably gonna be going there, but as is, this is J-Dog here, Mule Team again, and here's the tool. Let's see if yours looks like the one I ordered. Yeah, I ordered everything except for, and of course it's over there. I'm gonna have to be careful on starting it. I do not have the little thing to get you going. Out of curiosity, what are they selling this whole kit for? Yeah, see, that's a big difference. I have everything except for the little starter thing. I know I'm talking in secret code, and people are like, "What the fuck are you saying, Eric?" Talking about this, you start your die. You start your die on this, and then this slips into the barrel to make sure that you don't possibly start misaligned on your threading. And so this just basically, you walk off of this onto your threading, and this just enables you to stay true. And I have this set up so that I can, I can do my own threads. The only thing that sucks is the one thing I actually want to thread 1/2 by 28 right now is this, and I don't know if you can see what the problem might be, but I would need a little help from John Huber. John Huber himself told me, he goes, "Damn, you should have brought that thing with you. I'd put threads on the end of it for you," because John wanted to give me this in black and put that on it. And he's just, I go, "You realize it's a 22 LR, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, but it would look badass." And this little his back is almost the exact same size as the bull barrel, so on the end there, if you did it right, you might be able to make it look like it's part of the barrel just like JP does. Okay. Yes, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Steve, you are the man on all things Russian. Mule, will you test out my Melania when you get the... Yes, when the bolt carrier comes. I'm not just going to assume... I don't know what the hell else the problem could be. Quite suspicious that you find the bolt carrier, the gas key busted off, and it's not functioning right. But yes, that's another reason for the extra time, and I'll talk about that tonight. Just in case I forget. That's another reason I need time to get out. Maybe me and J-Dog can get out and... well, we got something that needs to be sighted in. Another cool thing about this is with the millet, I actually wanted low rings because it seemed like it stepped it up so high. Well, I got what is actually medium rings. And if you guys remember, I had to actually take the cheek riser completely off of this. It's actually so low that for the giggles of it, I was gonna show you this sitting on the SKS, and I can't even do it because it has to be all the way past the Picatinny rail, otherwise the scope actually hits the rail. You'd have to have either high rings or put this in an AR style mount like the American Defense that Zeus sent. In this scenario, it works out perfect because I can back up probably another 2 slots before the scope would hit the Picatinny rail, and right there it is adjusted for my eye relief. I like it right where it is, and I think this scope actually has a longer eye relief than the millet. And I'd have to look at the specs, but I want to say that this one is almost an inch more eye relief. So there's going to be less of a possibility of a repeat of what Miles did and go to blood donors in one shot. Foomaster Chew 12, that is a sweet looking SKS, brother. Yeah, my father-in-law was just over, and I said, have you ever seen an SKS that looks like that? And he's like, yeah, I saw your thing on Facebook, and no, I have not. That is one badass looking SKS. Meal Team, me, not Fixer. I don't know what that's in reference to, but I'll take your word for it. Meal Team, hi Chris. I'll let her know. I always do. J-Dog, LOL, the guy with the blue R34 Skyline also has 2 GTRs. Must be frickin' rough. J-Dog again, I meant I want 1 or more of each gen of the Skyline or GTR. Oh no, I know what you were talking about. Zeus, win the lottery, start a helicopter hog hunting business. Door gunner, anyone? Hell yeah, sign me up for that. Oh, to be able to sit there all day and shoot from a helicopter? Fuck yeah. McLean, 5179. They added a black and brown to the gay flag because what your wiener comes out looking like after a night with one of them. All of a sudden, I want that shot of whiskey. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Not to mention, I see Chuck has the next comment, and I'm just keeping him waiting. Hey, Chuck, lick my balls. Hey, Chuck, I thought you left fucking YouTube. Tell you the truth, I know he'll never admit it, so I will. I'm the reason that Chuck is back. Hang on, incoming. when I reached for the whiskey, I fucking hit the door of the safe, and it just notified me that there's been a vibration movement on the safe. Seriously, you have a safe? I highly recommend the Liberty Safe system. It's fucking awesome, man. Log in whenever you want. I've had nights where, hey, every single time we're down here drinking alcohol and playing with guns, that door is open. And I've had nights where I was like, did I remember to shut the safe? Before I had that, I'd have to come down here, disable the alarm system for the house because I'm already in bed, come downstairs, look and see, and of course I have yet to find it open. The protective side of me. My babies. These are my babies. Well, my real babies are Lily and Samantha. I got a good Father's Day card ahead of schedule from Lily. Like always, handmade, heartfelt. See, you can rifle through. No, again, no pun intended. You can rifle through the card section and try to find stuff that's that somewhat fits your scenario, or maybe just pick the most mushy thing. But when you get something like what Lily had in there, and it is heartfelt. I mean, I'll divulge. She said, as far as she's concerned, all of her best traits she got from me, and I love my kids. There isn't a damn thing that will ever change that. You talk about the guy kicking in the door, and maybe he wants my wallet, my watch, my big-ass TV, or whatever's in the house. But you ever fuck with my kids, you will see a unholy wrath of hell that... Chuck, you can make whatever comments you want on that comment, but you know me well enough. You fuck with my kids, I don't care what happens to me. I will have fun with you before I really start hurting you. Cheers. Smile money. My hollow point. Bernie giving something away with someone else's wallet, ? Sounds like you, old Bernie, could be buds. Hey Chuck, did you see the upgrade that I got from Bushnell? Oh, you missed that? Hey Chuck, did you see the all the shit on the SKS that I got from Matador Arms? Oh, no, actually this shit all came from Bernie Sanders. Chuck, you're such a dick. Hey Chuck, I'm sure you heard in the news the other day the UPS employee that went nuts and killed all those people. As what I've heard through the grapevine is that that he was looking for you and didn't know that you had retired. Is that going to hurt your dividends? Tardisius, if I had lottery money, I would track down a dozen Aston Martin DB5s and give them away as door prizes at my Trump train. Awesome, Tardisius. That is some good shit. I would love me an Aston Martin. DB5, DB9, whatever. Aston Martin. If you have Amazon, you got to check out the Grand Tour. They take a look at one of the most rare and exotic of all the Aston Martins, and it seemed like for most of while he was driving it, he's just fucking ripping it apart. But then, of course, Jeremy Clarkson, you know, at the end, he's just like, you know, you turn the fucking computers all off, and then this thing just does this. And it was just, yeah, this is a driver's car. I don't know how you could possibly have a passenger in there and talk to each other. It was pretty freaking noisy, but it was an awesome car. Joey Cuz, have you looked up Monica's profile on LinkedIn like you did Alicia's? Just asking. It's Annika, you dumbass, and I don't know anything else about her. For me, LinkedIn popped up Alicia's info because of of Odin. I don't even know why it popped it up, but no, I have not. I'm not gonna lie. I just the name Annika and Alicia. Alicia is a very, very nice lady. The fact that I didn't even know that this Zulu stock thing even existed until I got an email saying that I had a bill coming from Odinworks, and I'm like, what? I mean, first of all, she has my credit card number, so if I want anything, all I have to say is, I want this, and she's like, done. And I open up the email, and it's just, balance due, 0. I'm just like, and it said Zulu stock. And I had a hell of a time figuring out what the hell the Zulu stock was, and I'm like, you know, it looks kind of sexy, but when I put it on this thing, it got really sexy. We're at 42 minutes, moving on. So, Joey, if I can further that information for you, I will. Ed, damn, not notified again. Yeah, shocker. Tell Chuck. Chuck just thinks nobody likes me. Aunt Keck, cheers to our president, military, police, firefighters, EMS, and all American patriots. And the lefty libtards, and go find a rooftop, jump off. Well, find the libtards, go find a rooftop, and you can go whatever. He corrects himself, but either way, libtards just jump. Hashtag show Trump how serious you are and jump. Aunt Keck, tactical erection. I'm assuming that you're talking about this. I should just have this like hanging up right below Justin. I know, it's just a fucking stupid SKS. At one moment in time, it was a sub $100 item. You know, got like the little. Oh, is this thing? Did I even have this thing on here for yesterday? That's what it looks like installed, and you press the button, and voila. So, yeah. I might not mention it completely in the other video, but here's an interesting fun fact. Putting the SKS in this chassis, installing the optical rail, modifying the spring, if you know what an SKS trigger spring is, modifying that up into the chassis, mounting the buffer tube of your choice, putting the pistol grip on of your choice, is a lot less of a pain in the ass than putting this on there. And I tried to align it. I wanted it to be up, tucked in, so that it was more linear with the chassis. But if it was up anymore, the little arm gets pinched, and then it doesn't do that. So yeah, it's pretty funny when you can take your old ass SKS and put it into this chassis and do everything you need to do to get it to be ready to go out and function. Of course, I haven't really overly tightened any of this shit. The screw, I mean, this is just like a mock-up to show you guys. But for the sake of the video, I will not be taking this off and starting again. It's on. I have it functioning. And yeah, it was a. You've got to like hold. Like if my penis had a finger on it, would have gone a lot better. But this is the end result on this, and due to the fact that I'm busier and shit for the next week, it'll probably all work out because I'll be able to do the final video with all of the parts and my scope and mount for this. I did not get the American Defense. As much as I really like this one, I found one that had a very, very high rating at a kind of a ridiculous price. Let's just say that Zeus did not chintz out. This is not a cheap mount. I know, it's just a stupid 99. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're no longer $99. Mario Mosen, hey, Mario. I hope I hear from you tonight. Josh, rounding it with the 30th comment. Gillian 426, happy birthday to Zeus. Aunt Keck, what's the difference between a Democrat and the rear end of a horse? I don't know either. Aunt Keck, haha, Beaver Liquors. Yeah, delayed reaction, laugh out loud. Seriously, look up Beaver Liquors in Beaver Bay, Minnesota. It's a real liquor store. I wish we had one around here, though. Speaking of Beaver Liquors, you know what I'm saying? What? Wait, Big Redneck Papa. Hell yes, I want it. That's like asking if I'd like a blowjob on demand. I'd call you, but you're either working or talking or taking a dump by now. I'll holler at you this afternoon. Okay? This, like I said, this is going to Wade because all I did is just push it on there. I'll stop pushing it on there because I don't want to. I don't want to defile it. Wade, what you get for the price of nothing. Like I said, I need to show it in the video first, and then I'll get this sent out to you. Top ports. They do a little relief. Well, actually, I think that's the. Take that back. That's the threaded one. I don't know if they both are. Well, what you're supposed to do is punch out your pin on the top of your sight. Which I have because it's off the gun. I know. And this doesn't really fit on there anymore because it took a few hammer blows and some heat, but this would slip on to where that mark is, aligns with that, and they send along a new pin, and you put the new pin, a longer pin, through the whole thing, and it'll it'll end up looking something like that. And then there's a set screw, and I believe it goes in the bottom, that tightens up against the barrel so that you can make sure that it doesn't move or come off. And then your SKS will look like that at the end. So, like I said, that'll be on the way to you as soon as I show all this in the video. Hey, maybe we can have some kind of a pseudo giveaway where I fake the winner. Wade, people ask me why I carry a small arsenal with me everywhere. I just tell them I'm the most hated person on the planet. A middle-aged conservative white male who believes you should work for your living and support your family. I also love my country and the military who protect her. My answer now, when people ask me, I'm doing ask how I'm doing in winning. Trump is my hero, along with everyone in his administration. I always like when people say, "You carry a gun? What are you afraid of?" Not a fucking thing, you little piece of shit snowflake. Now get away from me. Josh, well played, Ms. B. Just calling E out left and right. I think you fucked up agreeing to all that on camera. It was very entertaining, though. Josh, I mean, I honestly can't think of anything else that I would want to put on this rifle. Seriously. I mean, I'm not planning on putting lasers or flashlights. I mean, I've already got those laying around here that I could throw on there anyway. There is no aftermarket. Well, I should take that back. I asked John Huber about that. I mean, I know I could send the trigger group to John, and he could probably seriously improve it. But I'm happy. I'm happy with 4.5 pounds is pretty fucking good. And if you felt the way that trigger felt when I first squeezed it and went, okay, there's the wall. Okay, there's like this crunchy noise-making zone, and then it goes off. And I want to say it was 6 pounds when I first tested it. I sharpened up the sear, and I polished everything off, and I flattened the contact surfaces and got it to 4.5 pounds, and I got that weird mushy area. I mean, Norenkos are notoriously known to suck ass when it comes to triggers versus the other one, the one that was supposed to be the hack it up and put it there. And yeah, I'm glad that thing is just so sweet looking. It's just, I mean, it literally, now I don't know what I'm going to do. When Melania is gone, I will have room in the safe, and I hate to say it, I know some people will probably, well, for financial reasons, I'm probably gonna put this guy in the safe. I mean, you're talking about the cost of the rifle, and then another $1,000 for the chassis, the scope, the mount, and all the goodies on it. So this would probably be the one that'd be smarter to put in the safe, but I'm not gonna lie. When somebody like my good friend Ed, and I'm talking about, and I'm not even gonna. You can say what you want. There's no bullshit involved. If it was possible someday for our families to live a lot closer together, Ed and his crazy wife Jules, they're good people. And the fact that Ed sent this to me, not giving a shit what I did to it, the most important thing I could possibly do was to not listen to Ed and cut this thing all up. This, to me, has more sentimental value than that one. And not to mention, it just fucking looks sick as shit. Christine is actually looking forward to shooting this. And like I said the other day, this was the strap that came with the other one. And it's getting a little brittle, but all I need is a piece of leather, and try to figure out how I can duplicate this. I think I can probably get something that threads on both sides, so that I mean this just completes this. So yeah, this, you know, I did, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I modified it. I made it so that you can take the magazine out of it. When the bolt is closed. Just for functionality, more fun. Not to mention, it's a hell of a lot safer. Those damn Ruskies, They just thought that their infantrymen were going to lose magazines, so they shunned them. Damn it, coming up on an hour. Josh, happy birthday, Zeus. You're a god in Greece. Josh, vodka shots in space. I would have to be wild to be drunk in space. It would have to be wild to be drunk in space. Shit, yeah. Imagine being shit-faced ripped in zero gravity in space. With a hot Russian cosmonaut? Hell, I'd go for a re-entry. Speaking of re-entry, I have spent this entire video with my face pressed against a hot chick's ass. Josh! There is a blue and silver Y2K for sale at Rare Sports Bikes sale.com. 145K. Yeah, that is seriously nasty. It has a rear view camera though. Sharky762. FML equals fuck my life. See, that's why I don't know that. I'm pretty goddamn happy. I mean, I'd like a lottery win, but shortfall of that. Awesome friends, great family. I have, and I know you guys would argue with me, and that's absolutely fine. You should, but I personally have the greatest children on the planet. And as far as a wife goes, I mean, I'm sorry, it doesn't get any better. The troll cunt bag that wants to, try to get a rise out of me. I'm sorry, but someone else has already done that, you little prick. My lottery car would be a fully tricked out Range Rover Sport and the new M model of the BM Series 7. And take them out to Germany and cruise the Autobahn at 150. 150? You pussy. I don't even know how fast I've gone. My FZR 1000, after all the work was done on it, the speedometer only went to 170, and it would actually go to 170 and hit a pin, and it did that at 9,000 RPMs, and I think the rev limiter shut me down at 11.5, so whatever more you could squeeze out of it. I mean, it probably wasn't a hell of a lot more than the guess of the guy that did all of the work at the hitching post in Minneapolis and retuned the dyno pack and all of the shit that they did, the Yashmira race carbs, header, pipe, muffler. I think it had a Vance Hines reprogrammable computer in it. His guess was, with wind resistance and all the work that I had done, it should have been able to reach 198. Why 198? And he didn't make me feel better to know that I could go like 200, but I had it all the way to the rev limiter one night on my way to the cities, and if anybody tells you that you feel in control, they're liars. At that speed, if a deer would have walked out into the road or whatever, it would have been game over. Oh, I miss those days. Ammohead 73. I love when Christine comes downstairs barking at you, your toys, and you just shut the fuck up and listen. Cracks me up every time. If I heard right, she did give you permission to order that scope, so congrats. Give 'em hell, Christine. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I assumed that she did when I placed the order for the scope and the mount. When she went upstairs. I turned the camera off. And what, 73? I vote ass over tits. You just gotta love a nice ass. I'm just wondering if this one here is meeting your criteria, Ammohead. Ammo at 73. I'm the 20th thumbs up and only 1 thumbs down at this point. Guess they're in their safe place tonight with their feelings hurt. Joey Cuz, stick a GoPro in the can and slide in your hand. That sounds like a fun night at the truck stop. Jonathan, the SKS chassis is pretty stellar looking. Cheers on Christine signing off on the scope on camera. But I did sort of fuck myself. But I don't see. I mean, am I missing something? Go ahead. Okay, I'm gonna thread the barrel. I'm gonna put the hammerhead brake on it. I have a different mount, same scope, and I'm planning on, unless you guys really outvote me and tell me you like the Luth AR even more than the fucking Zulu. I don't know what a sling. A sling. That'd be the only thing I do. If I got ripped on because I got a sling for it, I just take a sling off of another rifle and then put a new sling on that rifle. Seriously, I don't know what else I'd put on this. This is the way I want it. I don't want anything more on this, so I don't think I fucked myself. Damn, Zeus. We got to get a rally together. We got to get the friends of Zeus, Zeus, the friends for Zeus, and you know, maybe hook them up with another scope or something like that. I don't think he'd want just anyone. He'd probably want another one of these. And I'm telling you, for the price of one of these, you cannot go wrong. A first focus plane. Damn it. This thing is just sweet as hell. I wish I could find a lever that wasn't made out of plastic, but, you know, it's been on a rifle that was shooting and it worked out pretty damn well. So, Jonathan, I can't wait for the scope to get here. Unfortunately, found a very, very highly rated mount, and I read the reviews on it. There was like 100 and something 5-star ratings, and I don't think it had a single. It didn't have a single 0, 1, or a 2. And I paid $289 for the scope, the mount, and shipping, everything. Crazy Scotsman, stay the fuck out of the picture. How many times I gotta tell you? I mean, I've been trying to stay fully aware this time around. Crazy Scotsman, cheers, my friend. Crazy Scotsman, whiskey. Okay, now here's the thing. And you, I'm going to throw you under the bus on this one also. You know, there should be, I don't know, smile money. I always get chastised whenever I throw out any kind of fucking rules. When it comes to blog radio, I think there should be some kind of a limit of how ripped you can be, because and I'm the first to admit, shit can seriously go bad if you are extremely intoxicated, like say passing out. I mean, good times and all. Yeah, Crazy Scotsman. I have yet to have dinner, and I'm supposed to rendezvous with John in less than an hour from right now, and I've already done one, and I don't know what this is sitting at, but I can tell you it has a really nice aged buttery maltiness to it, and it has a little level of booziness. I would not want to do a chug on this. I'm just kind of, you can see after an hour. I'm just enjoying all those flavors in it. Very rich. Good shit. Okay, so I give this a 10 plus after a year plus of aging. You know, if you actually go off of the date, you know, we are just shy of 2 years from the day that it was put in this bottle. Okay, hope to talk to you guys. Blog Radio, J-Dog. We're gonna have to find a time if you want to come with. Go up to the shack or the shack shooting grounds 2 and start working on sighting this bad boy in. Got an SKS to shoot. I need to get around to the video on that. Remco was fast to notice that I got the new tube for the Mossberg, but I haven't put it together because I need to do a video on that. And I don't know what I'm reviewing tomorrow, depending on how late I work. But cheers, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.